This is Bunked Setups, brought to you by the Booth Podcast.
Welcome to Bunk Setups.
This is the Bunked
Bunked
episode.
Podcast Setups.
Bunked. This is the Bunked Podcast.
Bunked Podcast.
We're a podcast now.
Podcast.
Not a podcast. We're a podcast.
This is the podcast where we talk about dad bods.
Correct. Me having one, you not having one. Let's talk about that for a second.
We're only here for
Oh, of course.
not the conversation.
No.
We're just here for visual reference.
Of course.
What's
of
a
course.
dad
So this
bod
is
and
what you
what's
want to
not.
look like. This is not what you want to look like. Okay. So now that we're moving on, we're socially distanced.
Socially distant.
Theoretically. Man, my arms are only about.
I'm living with you.
This is true.
I've become homeless. That's why I'm here.
Matthew's homeless, everybody.
Matthew's homeless.
Welcome back to the Booth Podcast.
Back to the Booth Podcast.
22. 2-2. The double dues.
Double
Double deuces.
sponsor yet.
Still no sponsor yet.
What do you think? What episode number do you think we'll get a sponsor?
Sponsor? 100.
You think 100 episodes it'll take?
So 2 years.
Okay.
2 years.
A little less than 2.
Gonna fall on you, Buster. Yeah, we've discovered that Matthew's microphone is why he's so jacked.
I just have to move the microphone everywhere.
Correct.
Actually, just go to the gym, talk to people.
Yeah.
I don't actually
Correct.
bring my mic.
Yeah, that's exact. So if you're curious as to why we were in person, Matthew decided to come to Austin, and the studio space that we decided to use is apparently the darkest room in the house, and so we not only have no clue if we're in focus because I had to make the aperture as tiny as the lens would allow
We're
it.
in focus.
I hope so.
We're good enough.
I hope so.
We're good enough.
I really do hope so. Okay.
Don't worry about it.
Really hope that our audio is synced up with our video. We're gonna say it is for the memes of it.
Worst case scenario, this video never gets made, and we only have an audio.
Correct. That would be the worst case
Worst
scenario.
case scenario.
And
that's
it
what
would still be on YouTube, but it'd just be a blank screen the entire time. But I spent $25 on a capture card, and we're using it right now.
Yes,
so
we
how
are.
we doing? China, fantastic place.
I know it's a great place.
When you're trying to get
Land
cheap
of
equipment,
where dreams get made.
and coronavirus gets made. Anyways, so speaking of coronavirus and gym experience, do you want to not jiggle the cable that's under my feet?
No, you're fine.
You don't
I
want?
do. I want to play with it though.
You want to play with my feet?
I want to play with the cable.
I want to play with my feet.
I want to play with you.
With my cable. Oh, this might
Person.
be a different type of couch episode. What did Carson have to say? Can it be said on the internet?
I'll tell you off air. Anyway, so Carson sends his condolences,
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
but you know how his condolences times come.
Very racist.
I mean,
Anyways,
we know what they mean, but
humans might not know what they mean.
exactly, the rest of the world is
So do we want to break down what we've been doing since you've gotten here?
dying of
It's been 100 degrees every single day since he's gotten
100
here.
plus.
Yeah.
100 plus every
Yeah.
single day,
And we mean every day.
every day. Do we want to talk about fishing right now, or do you want to or should we slowly ease into that?
Slowly ease into that because
Okay.
I don't want to relive that yet.
Okay, so I got here Friday evening. Today is Tuesday.
Correct.
Friday I get into town. Nothing crazy. It's all good. Saturday and Sunday, kind of laid around the house.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't really do much. Drove around.
Felt nice.
Good time.
Great
Good
time.
time. Then yesterday, this man decides to go ahead and tells me 2 weeks ago that you rented a boat.
Rented a boat.
Okay, so he tells me that he rented a boat. I feel like my perspective is way funnier on this.
Definitely.
Okay, so he tells me that he rents like a 10-foot boat.
I did.
And I said, okay, great. It's going to be awesome. Tells me it has a little electric motor. Okay, I'm not thinking very highly of it. He doesn't tell me where we're going. He just tells me it's a private fishing pond. And it's like a little business. I said, okay. So we get in the car at 6 o'clock,
6
6
a.m.
6 a.m.
Because our
yesterday morning.
reservation was 7 a.m.
Yeah, so we have 7 a.m. reservation at this private fishing.
Which is an hour away.
Yeah, it was about an hour. Anyways, we get out there, and Google Maps doesn't know exactly where the place is, so that's already first red. Second red flag is we start getting closer and closer to where Google Maps thinks it is, and the girl that Connor was in contact with that works for this business, she was like, yeah, we need to put up a sign. Well, there's no sign until you literally get there.
Yeah.
Luckily, we found it.
It was a dirt gravel road, by the way.
Dirt gravel road, and we're in Connor's Charger. Not ideal.
No.
Anyway, we pull up to it. This guy walks out. He asks for like our phone numbers or whatever because we have to sign some sort of
Electronic
like
waiver.
online
Waiver.
Yeah, it was electronic waiver.
Yeah.
So he texts us this thing. We have to agree to it, whatnot. Well, he tells us that the battery for the boat is still charging. Another, kind of halfway red flag for me anyway. So I'm like thinking this will be great. We go down to the pond. We start looking around. Not what I thought it would be. Because private fishing ponds in Louisiana are like big deal.
Yeah.
Like they're big.
There's at least one in every family.
Almost.
Yeah.
Yeah. And they're big.
Yeah.
This one was like probably the smallest one that I've seen in Louisiana, like size wise.
Still bigger than what it made out to be on the map, by the way.
Yes. Anyway, so we get there, and it was probably 200 yards square.
The website says it's 4.5 acres.
The whole property.
They
No
said
way the
4.5 acre fishing area.
No.
Well, but we don't know how much water like how far back the water with the reeds went. You know what I'm talking about?
Okay, that's fair.
Because there was a whole bunch of reeds. Remember we went that back, like the back route
Yeah.
to get to the second pond? We don't know how deep those reeds went. So that could all still be water.
The area that we had access to,
yes,
the boat that we were in, probably was like 800 square yards.
By the way, if you're curious what boat we were in, it was a bass hound is what it's called.
Yeah, it's called a bass hound. Go ahead and Google 10-foot bass hound boat. It was that with an electric 5 horsepower Minn Kota,
which is usually
motor.
A trolling motor for bass boats.
It worked.
Did it though?
Well, anyways, the top of the water had just gunk on it, and there was a ton of
weeds.
Yeah. Anyway,
not the good kind either.
The motor would get hung up in these weeds. Horrible. So
I let Matthew be the captain on this one.
Yeah, so he let me captain the boat, and
you want to talk about the other red flag
horrible.
About the fact that whenever the guy gave us the battery, he just dipped, and there was no one else at the pond except for us.
Oh yeah, so there's no one else at this pond, and the way he rigged up this battery, it wasn't like, oh yeah, there's a battery like enclosure or anything. Nothing. He literally dropped like a small car battery, like it was the same size and brand battery that my Mini Cooper ran off of. He dropped that in, connected the positive and negative clamps like from jumper cables, and just and then walked away.
Yep.
That was it.
He said, "Be careful of the weeds. If you get any in the propeller, please take them out before you get out.
Mm-hmm.
When you're done, tie up the boat, text us, and you can go ahead and leave, and we'll charge you."
Yeah.
Which I'm a little pissed about because she said it was only going to be 40, and they charged us 50.
It's $10.
I mean, still, but
Anyway, getting over there, I was concerned because like we were like in the boonies of Austin.
Well, I specifically remember you saying, "Oh, this isn't the boonies," when we were in the boonies.
Well, we hadn't quite gotten in.
That's fair.
We were getting close to the boonies.
That's fair.
I'll give you that much. We were getting close, and I was like, "Nah, this isn't the boonies, whatever." And then we passed by another house, and
the yard eggs was funny.
The yard eggs definitely made it more of the boonies, and then the thing that really turned it into boonies for me was the old, like 1950s Chevy.
Oh yeah.
That had grass growing on the roof.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, that.
So what we mean by the yard eggs was that we passed by this 18-wheeler, this trailer, this trailer house, this house trailer.
It's a house
trailer
with
park
wheels.
trailer park trailer.
The house with wheels.
And in the
No
front,
discrimination against them.
no,
If
no,
that's
no,
what
no.
you got, that's what you got.
And
I've
they
been in
do.
some
There
nice
are some
ones.
really nice ones out
There
there.
are some nice ones.
And they can be cost effective.
Yes.
Especially for like young people.
Yes.
If they, buying property, you just dump that on there, you're good. Anyways,
Honestly, that could be a studio idea.
that could be a studio idea. But this was not a good one.
No,
this was not a nice one.
It was not a nice one.
No. This was like a 1980s one.
Yes.
That had not been kept up well.
Maybe 1980.
Maybe. Either way, still hasn't been kept well.
Exactly.
So that's the point. So what happened?
I think there's people on the.
So you see what had happened was, no, but the yard eggs. So this 18 God damn it, this
trailer
on
this
the
mobile home,
as some would call it, on the front gate of the property had a sign that said "Yard eggs for sale."
Yes. And
I saw at least 3 chickens just kind of cruising around this yard. And so I think what that means is that these eggs are it's just like every morning they go on an Easter egg hunt and they find these eggs just in their yard and then try to sell them to people.
You pull up and you're like, okay, I'm going to pay $1 to go on an Easter egg hunt.
No.
Is like you get a dozen eggs.
I think the owners of the chickens go on the Easter egg hunt and then they put them into cartons and they sell them to people.
No, you see, there was whenever I was younger, I haven't been in many years, but whenever I was younger, you could pay so the way it worked, it was like an honor system. So it was a blueberry farm.
Okay. We have a strawberry farm here like this, I think.
Okay, so there's a blueberry farm. It was like St. Martinville.
Okay.
Near Lafayette. Near Broussard. Anyway, go out there and they had these like gallon cartons.
Yeah.
You would just fill up. Anyway, you would fill those up and then you weigh however many blueberries you got.
Mm-hmm.
They would tell you how much. Anyway, leave your cash in the thing. So, or write a check. Anyway, I feel like that would be the same idea.
Could be.
So it's like you just pull up and however many eggs you get, honor system. $12.
Do you think those people are paying taxes?
No.
No, I didn't
Definitely
think so.
not.
Okay.
Definitely not.
Fishing people, you think they were paying taxes? I think so because they charged my credit card.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was more of a legitimate business setup.
Definitely, because at least they had a website.
Yeah. Their website was pretty nice.
Their website was pretty nice. I also feel like it would, if it was like early spring or like mid to late fall, that there would have been a hell of a lot more people there. And the water would have been nicer because it would have been higher.
But I mean, couple things. We went on a Monday morning.
Yes.
It was 85 degrees whenever we showed up.
And 95 when we left.
95 when we left. And
we didn't stay the full 3 hours, too.
No, we stayed.
We paid for 3 hours. We stayed
2.5.
Yeah. We were getting fed up at the end.
Yeah.
The motor was shaking, by the way.
Yeah, the mount for where the motor went on the actual boat was not OSHA approved.
No,
definitely
and you work
not
for
OSHA. Yeah, I definitely work for OSHA. Don't really work for it.
You hate regulations. No, you didn't.
I wouldn't say I hate regulations, but they're
get in the way sometimes, especially whenever you're trying to fly from a crane.
Exactly. That never happened. I didn't set myself up, and I didn't feel like Peter Pan. Anyway.
Allegedly happened.
Allegedly. All allegedly.
Everything's allegedly. If you want to get away with something, it's allegedly.
Yeah. You're recording?
Yeah, we're recording.
Okay.
How awkward would it be if we weren't?
That would actually be.
That would have been.
That would have been just something like between you and I that we'd never speak about again.
I think I would have needed to take a break.
Yeah, it would have been like, okay.
Let's go do some hot laps and we'll be back.
Okay, this is another thing. I hate you.
Why? What
I
I
actually
do?
hate
What
you.
I do?
You started.
Did you order a G29?
You put a bug in my ass.
Did you order a
Do you understand
G29
that?
yet?
This man put me on F1 2020, the game, and has a racing wheel. And I'm even more pissed off because I'm going to want a stick shift.
It's $50 extra.
Yeah.
Because because I have a G29. I'm technically an Xbox person, but I bought it for the PC, so it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
Because the G290 is the Xbox variant, the G29 is the PS4 variant. Got the PS4 variant because it had more customizable buttons.
Yeah.
And that's why I got the PlayStation
That
version.
makes sense. I would have done the same.
Same price, by the
Yeah.
way. Just so that's why I went with the PS4 version. And it comes with the 3 pedals and the steering wheel. But then to get the stick shift, it's $50 extra.
So how much did you pay for the steering wheel?
I think I got out of there I think I paid about $100 for it, maybe 80.
Okay.
I got it on eBay. It was open boxed.
Oh.
New.
I'm sure I can find.
Oh yeah, that's what I was saying.
Similar deal.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Yeah.
But anyway, you put me on F1 2020, and with the race wheel, and I'm really annoyed. I feel like I should wear a T-shirt that's like a warning, and it's like, "Don't show me difficult shit. I'm gonna want to do it."
Can I? Okay, so
It's hard.
This is the most interesting thing I think about our friendship because we both sucked going into this week at driving on the racing wheel.
Yeah.
And now we're competent.
I would say, yeah, we're getting there.
But the thing is that he's driven it more this week than I have. But we have the same skill level.
But I mean,
what's happening? Do we just learn through osmosis between each other?
We might have.
I think we do.
We might have.
But I also, because like my issue was I know what to do, but I don't know how to do it.
You don't know how to execute
I don't know how to execute it. That was always my issue with the driving.
Yeah.
So I feel like coaching you through what to do helped me execute it.
And like I was telling you, like I do a whole lot better on the golf course whenever I have to like give somebody a pointer fundamental.
Yeah.
Because it helps me realize what I'm doing wrong and what I'm
right. Mm-hmm. You think picking up golf will help my accuracy, just in general? Because to your point, I don't have any accuracy at all.
All right, so we went
oh Lord,
hiking today.
Yes, we did.
And
that's why my hair's still a little wet from our shower.
Yeah.
We showered in different showers, by the way.
Did our shower?
Did you shower though? Oh. Doesn't stink.
Anyway,
we're good.
So we went hiking today.
Yes, we did.
And we decide about the midway point. Got to a final point up this like river system that we could walk, and then I decided, I was like, let's do a rock. Anyway, beats me horribly.
I beat the shit out of you.
Horribly.
The first, so we decided to have one practice round. We picked out 4 rocks. The first one was a practice, and then it was a best out of 3. Well, not best out of 3. We did 3 rocks, and we counted up how many skips we had. Whoever had the most skips won.
Yes.
Essentially what we did. So you go first in the practice round, right? And you skip 2, and then I go second, and I skip 3. Like, okay, messed up on that one. We'll be good the rest of the time. You go first. You skip 2. I go first. I skip 3 again. So I'm already up. Next one, you skip. It was another 2, or was it a 3? No, it was a 3 because you had 5.
I went 2,
3,
3, 3.
Yeah. So then he goes 5, and then he has 5 in total, right? And I have 2. I have 3. My second rock, I skipped 5 times.
Yeah. And I was like, well, that's over. That's cool.
And then the third rock, he gets 3, and then I skip another 5.
Moral of the story, I lost miserably, and I have a better strategy for the next time that we do that. But
it's all about the weight of the rocks.
I learned that Connor is the least accurate person on planet Earth. There was probably what, a 10, maybe 15-yard gap in between like bank to bank across this river. And I tell him, I was like, yeah, I want to try and skip one over to the other bank. Well, I start throwing rocks, and I'm kind of getting close. And there's a bush off to our left,
which apparently has a metal can in it that we didn't see.
And Connor's like, I'm going to get it. And he just hums that rock, and it goes dink and bounces off some sort of metal that was in the bush that we couldn't even see.
I missed the water.
A solid, like let's just say,
for argumentative purposes,
if the other shore was 12 o'clock.
Yes.
The can was like 6 o'clock.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, no, it would have been like Probably like 9 o'clock. Yeah,
Sure.
like 9 o'clock. It was bad.
I just had a late release.
It was bad.
I knew the second that I let it fly, like that's not even gonna hit the
Yeah,
water.
it was bad though.
I just had a late release.
It was
A late release. You know what's a good
it was
workout?
bad.
Playing with a Nerf football in the water. And it
Please
has to be a
explain.
Nerf football. You know why?
Explain.
Every single time it hits the water, it's going to soak up a little bit of water, so it just keeps getting heavier.
Mhm.
And it comes to a point where it's waterlogged. You can still squeeze water out of it, but you can't get enough out of it to make it as light as it used to be. And then also your movement, you're throwing with all arm because you can't set your feet in the water. And you can't use your hips in the water to throw. So you're throwing all arm. And if you're running in the water, or you're just moving in the water anyways, it's a lot of resistance on your body. So yeah.
Yeah.
I just thought about accuracy and throwing things in water, and I remembered that I had discovered that at the beach. So, by the way,
I don't know. I'm still pissed that we could.
that was some bullshit.
That was some bullshit.
That was some.
So throughout COVID-19 quarantine practices, Connor's gym is not allowing guest passes. I understand.
But
I'm a little pissed off.
Add that to the list of things that's happening during quarantine. Because I checked their website before we went, and I looked at their list of things that they were changing. So the mask thing, you're required mask at check-in, and you have to wear a mask if social distancing is not an option. But you don't need to wear a mask if you're 6 or more feet from anybody else in the gym. Locker rooms are closed, except for bathroom use, and water fountains are closed. And the basketball courts have a schedule system, so that way they can put their spin classes in the courts to help with social distancing for the spin classes. Not anywhere on that list does it say that we're not allowing guest passes. Not anywhere. So already, you're not communicating properly with the people that are paying $98 a month to be there. Okay? And then it just...
I don't know. I feel like part of it's like kind of like self-explanatory. Like obviously we're not gonna have that guest right now, but at the same time, well,
what's the difference between a guest and a person paying $98 a month? Because you could have just signed up for a membership right there, and they would have let you in the door. See what I'm saying?
That's true.
It just being a member to the gym doesn't mean you're automatically COVID free.
Maybe it does.
All they had to do was put you into the system, get your information, and your ID, and then they would have just had you in their system. And then you're accounted for. See what I'm saying? That's what I think it's more lazy on their part than anything else.
Yeah. Oh.
That's what frustrated me the most.
There's certainly a sense of laziness, but I don't know. Most people aren't going.
What else we can? Nothing else is open.
Trying not to get too annoyed.
I know.
But it is annoying.
It's very annoying.
Freaking annoying.
Yeah. Oh, how about the restaurant when we went to what was it? Hayes City Store?
Oh yeah, so we went so I have another friend in Austin.
Can't believe he's cheating on me.
So we moved here before you did. I should have known him.
I am the side chick. Anyways,
Yeah,
continue.
so anyway, yeah. So anyway, we go see one of my buddies. I really hope he can get the podcast.
I'm hopefully working with him soon.
Anyway, fun guy. We go see him. We go swim
He's
at
not
his
a
pool.
mushroom. He's not a mushroom. You said fun guy. Not a mushroom.
Fun guy. Real cool guy.
Real cool guy.
He's a really cool guy. He's one of the coolest. Anyway, so he asked, we hang out with him basically all day.
Basically.
Majority of the day.
Burrito?
Ugh. Or cheese bite. Oh, good.
Got burritos before this? Yeah.
Anyway.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Torchies, sponsor us. Please. Love you. Always love you. Like Bert. Hey, Ferrari. So if there's anyone who's affiliated with Torchy Tacos, please let us know. Or even just email. We would.
Okay.
We would take that spot.
Our assholes wouldn't, but we would.
I volunteer. So anyway. We go eat dinner. Probably most ridiculous thing I've seen. So Louisiana, not until yesterday.
You got here, yeah.
Yesterday started. So all throughout quarantine so far, they haven't really been enforcing masks.
Mm-hmm.
So I haven't really worried about it. I've just kind of like kept away from people, tried to get close. Anyway, so because I have the antibodies, I'm not really that worried about it.
Right.
Anyway, so haven't really been wearing a mask. But we get here, Connor tells me before I come, hey, you have to have a mask. Excited.
Governor Abbott's ruling before you got here, it was a $250 fine. They've upped it to 2,000 cents.
$2,000 fine if you know.
And it's from this wasn't really like explained in the law that when the announcement that he made, but what it seems like the cops are only enforcing is indoors or in close proximity to other people.
Mm-hmm.
So what that means is that and businesses can opt in, like the gym. They have the ability to have an exception to the rule because they understand that working out with a mask at all times is dangerous to the health of people more so than not wearing a mask. And then also restaurants, when you're sitting at a table to eat, you obviously don't want to be eating with a mask on. So the rule really is just wearing a mask inside when you're in close proximity to people, essentially.
Anyway, we go out to eat it. I've never been there. I don't think Connor.
Mm-mm.
Anyway, my friend Braden knows the place. We go with his little sister. It's a good time. We pull up, and I forgot my mask. Connor forgot his mask.
Because we took his truck, and we had took my car to his house.
Yeah, so we didn't have our mask on us. We totally forgot about it. We pull up to this restaurant, and his sister doesn't have one. We don't have one. He's like, I got it. So he walks up. He has to purchase masks from this restaurant.
$1 per mask, by the way.
Our fault, but kind of ridiculous. And only ridiculous because of this one thing. We didn't even get within 6 feet.
We walked past 2 other tables to get to our table.
But both those tables were like 15 feet off
and
of the
they were
path
all
that
outside.
we were walking.
And they were all outside.
Everything's outside. As soon as we sat down, we were closer to somebody sitting
down
than
we were walking to the table,
yeah. And we walked like 15 feet into the restaurant.
We could see the truck.
Once we sat down, exactly. But it was a little ridiculous. Anyway, so.
I was at least glad that the waiter agreed that it was kind of bullshit. He was just like, they're cracking down super hard on us. We have to.
Yeah, the waiter was.
Yeah.
I get it in certain settings. Other settings.
Yeah.
Is it really that necessary?
Yeah. Or, like, don't make it out to be as big of a deal as it is. You see what I'm saying? Like.
Because, like, we went to Torchy's today, and there were people literally standing in line with a mask just, like, hanging off their ear.
That was kind of bullshit.
Yeah.
That's when you need it. Because we're inside and you're in line at a restaurant.
But, like, just kind of. Anyway. But, yeah.
The funniest thing in the world is whenever you see the smokers cut a hole in the mask so they can put cigarettes in it.
They did not.
I've seen it before.
Have you really?
Yes, I have. What's that stopping? What's that stopping? Matthew, what is that helping?
I just find it fun.
Who's that helping?
Smoker?
I suppose. Do they need any more help? Well, Smokers Anonymous, is that a thing?
What if you were like a...
Where are you going?
Immunity.
Where are you going with that hand?
Huh?
Where are you going?
Scratch my back.
Oh, I thought you were about to stick a cigarette up your ass.
Is
that what that sound would be?
That's exactly what that's.
Really? Smoke through your asshole? Want to try it? No? Not even a little bit?
There's someone's trying. You look, I'm sure you'll find.
We'll Google that later.
Yeah, you go for that.
No, you're joining.
We'll put whatever we find on the probably. Yeah. We'll definitely get back. Anyway,
The band podcast.
maybe we'll find a woman similar. You ever watch The League?
No, I didn't.
There was a joke on one episode dating a girl
Mm-hmm.
with and it was a joke saying that did that face. He had mouth like ink. The League is a wonderful show. Haven't seen it, and you're a fan of football or fantasy? Definitely check.
So I had a friend in high
It's a
school
good time.
and middle school
Mhm.
and elementary school. Same guy. He one time told me this story. Okay, we were freshmen in high school.
I'm scared.
His older brother is on the spectrum.
If this turns into like really like fecal play, I'm out.
It's
I will
not.
walk
It's
out of
not
this
fecal
room.
play. I can
I
promise you
swear
that.
to God.
It is not fecal play. His brother is on the spectrum. They decided that it would benefit both of them if they split, they went halvesies on a pocket pussy. Now listen,
Do we really need to talk about
because this has to do with the league.
Do we
This
really,
has to do with the
Do we
league.
really need to
It
talk
has to
about
do with the
Let's
league.
just think about it.
Yes, we do.
Let's just think
Yes.
about it. We just asked Torchies to be a sponsor of the show, and I'm not sure if Torchies is okay with talking about pocket pussies. Now, if you want to talk about that, we might want to go to Adam and Eve, who might be a little bit more caring, or maybe Amazon. Maybe Amazon.
Or that adult video store we saw on the way back from
Does
the fishing
Amazon
place.
sell sex toys?
Oh yeah,
Do they really?
dude, that's where I found the Moby Huge, which is a 3-foot tall dildo that's a big around as a frying pan.
Why do you know this? And why were you looking on Amazon for dildos? And why did you Google Moby Huge? On Earth.
That would be telling. Anyway,
Are you okay?
That would be telling. Anyways, so
Mr. Todd.
my buddy,
Anyway, go ahead.
okay, the pocket pussy that they purchased was very interesting. It was a football. Okay, it was a football
I have literally no comment about this.
that you take off the tip,
No. No.
and you can take off both tips, and one side's the asshole and one
alright,
side's the
so-
front.
So, moving on. We
And
watched.
the older brother called dibs on the back door and ended up ripping it, and then that pissed off my buddy because it made it more difficult to clean. That's the story. You starting to taste lunch again?
I'm just going to pretend this never happened.
They never used it at the same time, if that makes it any
If-
better.
if-
Actually, I can't confirm nor deny that.
Oh, Jesus.
Allegedly, they never use it at the same time.
So I just need to make a mental note. I
Oh.
should never bring up buttholes podcast ever again. Ever again.
So did you know that your ass can stretch to 8 times its normal size?
Yeah, okay. So the other night we watched Airplane.
Yes, we did.
Yeah. I'm thoroughly convinced we made that movie.
Yeah.
The
Kind of
humor-
difficult. It's kind of difficult to make something when you're not born yet.
No, I think we've been reincarnated.
Oh, really?
I think we made that movie
Yeah.
and we've been reincarnated
Mm-hmm.
and we just now discovered our own creed.
Makes sense, honestly. Does make sense.
I genuinely
That's a real possibility. It was a very interesting time.
if you haven't seen Airplane, it's on Netflix. Go check it out. Not any big name actor.
No.
Relatively low production.
I mean, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I'm sure it wasn't hard to get him in a movie at the time.
Not, but still. That's a big name.
It is. I don't know. When did the movie?
1980.
80s?
1980.
1980.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. The NBA players weren't making that much.
No. But like now, as a Hall of Famer, big name.
Well, yes, but like, when was his rookie season? He only been in the league a couple years
Let's find out.
at that point.
I do have a question for you. Little Joey? you ever seen a grown man naked? Have you ever been
That
to
was
a?
probably the funniest part about it is the fact that the kid never answered. He never had a response.
He was playing with his toy plane the whole time.
Little Johnny, you ever been in a Turkish prison? Turkish prison? Oh god.
Smoking or non-smoking?
Smoking, please. That just the sheer idea behind that.
If you're really air, please get off the runway.
Or the air traffic controller on the ground who directs him
Where is
into
it?
the building.
Oh, it's over there.
Yep.
That's one of the first scenes of the movie.
It really is.
Yeah. I'm trying to think of.
Said he was in World War II. Age doesn't match up because it's 1980.
And he looks.
But he looks like he's
28, 30 maybe.
Yeah, 30.
Yeah.
30-ish. Somewhere around there. And says he was in World War II.
This is the main character.
All the scenes
Name Stryker.
that they cut back to a flashback
Like his PTSD.
of him being in World War II. World War II planes, yes. But that didn't make any sense. They said he was in the Air Force, but there's a scene where he's in a bar and he's in a Navy SEAL. Navy SEAL, all white, decked out like Epstein.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if that was for just relief, comic relief.
I think it is comic relief.
But anyway,
how about the Girl Scouts fighting?
Just watch Airplane.
Just watch it. There's
just
so
watch
much.
Airplane. Old lady
Hangs herself.
One lady gets the crap beaten out of her by the entire plane.
That's true.
I forgot about that.
Yeah. No smoking and no sex, please.
No smoking, no sex on the plane.
A lot of tits.
There's a couple scenes with some breasticles.
No testicles though.
No testicles.
I do like my men like I like my coffee black.
I didn't know that the origin of
Neither did I.
of The Office.
Neither did I.
But it is. What else is in the autopilot is hilarious.
It's the automatic pilot, not the autopilot.
Automatic.
And she has to blow him.
Not wood. Anyway,
But
yes,
also what the audio thinks.
Shh, the audience.
The audio thinks.
The audio thinks.
You're just the audio now.
You are now the audio.
Congratulations.
It's a good movie.
It's a really good movie.
It's a good movie.
You know what's not a really good movie? This F1 season, if you're a Ferrari fan.
You think that bad it is?
Pretty bad. It's pretty.
Dude, the fall of Ferrari. The next 8. The next. Will you put this bad juju on my family, Ricky Bobby? So I told Connor, 2 years ago?
Yeah.
I think it was about 2 years ago.
It was right whenever they got rid of Honda, when that McLaren got rid of Honda.
Okay, so now we're talking about it. I tell Connor, whenever that happens, that McLaren is going to get a whole lot better in F1. And at this point, they're decent.
At this point, when they got rid of Honda, they finished 9th in the championship, so I wouldn't call it decent. 9 out of 10.
Okay, so they're pretty bad at this point. I tell Connor they're going to get a whole lot better. 2019 season goes.
2018. That was Fernando Alonso's last season, the first year with Renault.
Then, this season, they get a whole lot better.
So, Fernando Alonso's last season,
And
they
Ferrari
finished
falls.
6th, I want to say. Then 2019, they finished 4th.
Mm-hmm.
And now, the first time since 2011 that a McLaren has gotten the fastest lap in 2 races back to back.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And one of their drivers is going to Ferrari next season.
And both Ferrari drivers last week
hit each other
and retired each other within 3 laps. Well, it all happened in lap 1, but they didn't realize until lap 3.
Yeah.
Anyway, so no Ferraris finished last week, and
neither did this Ferrari.
Yeah. And both McLarens pretty solid.
Points finished. McLaren's second in the Constructors' Championship
I
right
know.
now. Second.
I know. They're looking good, and I'm very, very happy with
And they get Mercedes engines next year?
it. Mm-hmm.
I'm wearing orange right now.
I know.
Can I come over?
Sure.
I don't want to give up on Ferrari, but it's not looking good.
I mean, I'm just happy that McLaren looks good.
Shut the fuck up now.
I'm just saying, like, how could you not be a fan of it?
I'm not. It's not that I'm not. It's my allegiance is just with Ferrari.
I mean, that's fine, but
And McLaren also
so
finished
good.
second in the IndyCar race that same day. Doing big things for their country. America, technically, but they fly. They in F1 they race under the British flag, but Zach Brown, the CEO, is the most American person you've ever seen. So,
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna get Fernando Alonso the Triple Crown. That's how he talks. Which Fernando Alonso is racing in this year's Indy 500.
Is he American?
Fernando? Yeah, fucking American as hell. Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell with the mask on, but yeah. We're gonna go get Fernando Alonso Crown. Fernando's a great
Triple
driver.
Crown.
Fernando's a great driver. Fantastic driver.
Triple Crown.
Triple Crown.
Triple Crown.
He's gonna be in the Indy 500. And I think this is his last attempt, honestly.
Think so?
I don't know. I don't see Renault allowing him to skip the Monaco Grand Prix to go run it. Because whenever everything goes back to normal, the Indy 500 is always the same weekend as the Monaco Grand Prix. It's the two largest races in motorsport back to back.
Yeah, no. Monaco's too big.
He did it the last year 2017. McLaren allowed him the first time he did the Indy 500. McLaren allowed him to back out. But that was also McLaren's last season with Honda.
Okay.
So they were already throwing the season away at that point. Mm-hmm. And Jenson Button took his place for that race. And Fernando Alonso said, "Don't piss in my seat."
Don't piss in my seat.
Yeah. F1 drivers will piss in their seats sometimes.
That's actually really fucked up.
Saying. Olympic swimmers pee in the pool too.
Well, okay.
That has to feel really satisfying though. Like you're exerting that much energy and and then all of a sudden you get the sensation of pissing.
You're like, now I can piss in the pool.
No, but while you're going, you get that release of being able to urinate at the same time as you're exerting all this energy.
You feel like a bird.
You just
let everything go so you can.
You just gotta feel like you probably get like this kind of like this buzz, like this sensation.
You think you get a buzz from pissing in?
While swimming, flat out.
Okay.
You want to go test it?
I mean, we could.
We could go test it.
We could go test it, but I wouldn't recommend it.
No. We won't go test it. That'll be for different later. They'll be for a different channel. White stud and white twink piss in the pool.
Okay, so you had mentioned it earlier.
Yes.
But Ghislaine Maxwell, she said that she was wearing paper clothing.
Yes.
Is that legitimate?
Yes.
What happened?
Okay. They arrested her. Essentially, what they're trying to do is they're trying to make sure she doesn't die.
Well, that's good, but I don't know if
Well, okay, so this is what I've heard.
she was given paper clothes.
Yes.
Okay.
So this is what I've heard. They're transferring her from prison to prison. By the way, people think that she has been arrested for longer than we've known. Well, but here's why. They arrested her in New Hampshire. If she was in the country, they would have found her a hell of a lot sooner.
Maybe not.
America. They're probably listening to this before it even goes on the air.
Yeah, but like Epstein was running all of his shit in America, technically.
But he had a private island,
Yeah, but it was still in America.
which, by the way, allegedly has a temple on it.
Yeah, we also need. Okay, so
So with Ghislaine Maxwell, what I've heard is that they're transferring her from prison to prison as often as they can to make sure that no one knows which prison she's in. Okay. I also hear that they have only given her a mattress to sleep on. Okay. No sheets and paper clothing, so that way she can't use anything to hang herself. Because the paper will break if it's under the force of a human being. However, she's not cutting her nails and she's not cutting her hair.
force her.
They can't.
Yes, they can.
I don't think they can.
They absolutely can.
I don't think they can.
If your nails are strong enough or sharp enough to be able to hurt yourself or others, yes, they will cut your nails.
Okay. Well, from what I've heard, she hasn't yet.
Even if that is like a right for like regular prisoners,
She's not a regular prisoner.
she's not a normal prisoner.
But what I was alluding to is that gives two opportunities right there to cover up another murder if they're gonna get her. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If whoever killed Epstein's gonna kill her, they have the hair and the nails to hide it behind.
Epstein told the dude that was in the cell with him to murder him in cold blood.
I think it's bigger. I think it's bigger than that.
That's my.
I think it's bigger than that.
I think he said, "Look, I'm not getting out of here. Certainly don't want to be. Go ahead and strike."
But it was a wire that did it.
It was not.
It wasn't hands. There was no bruising on the neck.
Okay, it might have not been hands, but definitely was not just a wire. Definitely wasn't just a wire.
Bruising suggests it.
Also, the marks that were on his neck did not. They did not line up with the weight of his body.
Oh, I knew that.
Okay. That being said, how the fuck do you choke yourself out?
No, I'm not saying Epstein did it. I'm saying someone else went in and killed him.
Yeah, and I think he paid the guy.
No.
Hey,
I don't think.
be
But
here.
I don't. No. I think it was powerful people trying to cover themselves from the situation because they knew.
You think that he was going to tell somebody else who else was in on it?
Yep. Especially when Trump, the guy that's president when this is all going down, was really close to Epstein, a lot closer than he alludes to. Come on.
I don't know. As much as a piece of shit as Trump can be, I really don't think he was as people think he was, like whenever it all went down.
I don't know.
I really don't think.
Epstein
Just
was,
my opinion.
Epstein was at his kids' weddings.
I mean, they were close at one point,
Yeah.
don't get me wrong, but whenever all the shit started to happen, and I think when Trump figured out what was going on, I think Trump was out.
Maybe.
I think he was
I
out.
mean,
I think so, but
Trump himself has underage allegations that were settled out of court.
yes, he does, but not
So-
fucking 14-year-old.
But 16-year-olds is that much better?
It's the legal age in Canada.
This was in America, though.
Legal age in Canada.
That's Canada. This is America.
Yeah, I'm not saying it's okay.
He was also
saying,
like 40 when it happened.
I'm just saying that 16 is the legal age of consent in one major country.
America Light.
Yeah. Yeah.
England's version of America.
Like a bad update of America.
It's England's version of America.
Yeah.
By the way, did you know that Canada Day was simply just the celebration of the 3 different Canadian colonies uniting under the British crown?
No.
Yeah.
Did not know.
Because Canada's
I don't even know when Canada Day is.
July 1st?
Only 72-hour gap. They trying to steal our thunder?
Well, Canadians don't even celebrate Canada Day, so I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
So Epstein's temple.
Can we in post put the video up?
I mean, I can.
Okay.
So essentially, and I found this on TikTok this morning. If you go onto Google Maps and you're looking at Epstein's Island, If you switch between 2D and 3D mode, one shows the tennis courts and one shows the outline of a temple. And in the show, at the scene where there's a panoramic shot of the island.
But wait, does anything else between the two images change on the island?
No. Just the tennis courts. And they have the same date stamp.
Are you sure?
They have the same date stamp. When they take 3D scans and 2D scans of the Earth for Google Images, they do it at the same time. The same satellite does it.
Mm-hmm.
So those images were taken at the same time.
That's so weird.
And tennis courts don't just go up like that.
No.
And the superimposing on the video. I mean, if you go back and you watch the island episode, there's a panoramic shot in the episode that it looks like the green part of the tennis court is just overlaying the grass.
It was like a bad editing job.
Like a bad editing job. But why would they cover up a temple? What's going on at this temple?
It's a cult, man.
It's a cult.
It's definitely a cult.
Definitely a cult.
Definitely a cult.
Definitely a cult.
Do you think he would have been like more like if we're thinking about Epstein as a person, he would have been like more Scientology or?
I think it had something to do with the Illuminati or something along
You
the
think
same
it was
lines.
Illuminati,
I think so.
Freemason shit?
Yeah. I think it has something to do with the Denver airport.
Throwback to episode 1.
That wasn't episode 1, buddy.
Was it not?
No. Episode
that was
1 we talked
episode
about
1.
UFOs.
That was like episode 1 or 2.
No.
That was early though.
It was early. I'm going to go check our episodes.
I thought that was episode 1.
We talked about the Denver airport. Episode 6.
Episode 6.
Yes.
So throwback to episode 6.
Mm-hmm.
Partly.
Yeah.
Epstein was part of and the Freemasons, and that's why
There's a temple
there's a temple.
on the goddamn island.
Yeah. Pops always said. So. Oh.
I don't know. But yeah. Some weird ass shit going down.
Okay.
You want to go buy the island?
How much is it?
Probably could get it for a good deal.
Think so?
I don't think anyone wants to buy Epstein's island.
I would buy it.
I
don't care what's happened there. I would buy it.
I'd bulldoze it and then build what I wanted on it. I would not keep the same buildings.
I would turn it into a racetrack.
In the Virgin Islands.
Yeah.
Okay.
Why not?
Suppose.
How badass would it be
You'd also need
to bulldoze the entire island? Let's put a racetrack on it.
You'd also need an airstrip to get cars there.
Well, there's already one there.
Yeah, I guess you could do that.
And worst case scenario, we build a separate one, like right off the island.
Yeah, like one of the way that
And we use the racetrack or the airstrip that's already there as a straightaway.
That's what Silverstone does. The old World War II airstrip is one of the straits called the Hangar Strait.
Okay. Think about it. We could do a Japanese left-hand turn, whatever that track was.
130R.
130R. Thank you. We'll do that same turn over the ocean.
They do that at Monaco, kind of, but you have to slow down for it.
Yeah, no, this is going to be a flat-out turn.
By the way, I don't know if you knew this, but cars have gone into the water at Monaco.
Did not know that.
Yeah.
How?
Hit a wall, break the wall, go into the water. Drivers didn't survive.
Anyway, what if we did that? What if we bought Epstein's Island, turned it into a racetrack?
What do we call them? The racetrack?
Pedo sir.
I was thinking, what if we named every corner after like something to do with it? So like 130R, or the copy of 130R could be called egg-shaped.
A lot of these references will be from the Netflix documentary that was done about Epstein. If you haven't seen some of these references. So egg-shaped.
Yes.
As the 130R.
Yes.
Remake.
The S's could be named Who the S's be? Palm Beach.
What if they're just at like different locations?
So the S's can
Like
be
each section of the track.
So the S, if we make an S section, we can make it Palm Beach, and then each like corner has a palm tree in it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, what if we did? Do you think people would show up?
Be hell of expensive.
But what if we did it this way? What if we had like
We'd have to figure out a way that we could get racing leagues to race there.
I guarantee you if we advertise that to F1.
But I don't know if they would like our corner names.
Okay, maybe we don't name it that horrible.
Lewis Hamilton gets overtaken by Valtteri Bottas going into egg shaped.
Yeah.
This isn't.
Yeah, no. Okay, yeah, no, we can't name it that. But what if we had like I don't know. We could do a ton of different stuff though.
You could, yeah.
Think about it. There's enough little buildings on the island.
We'd have to fix that upstairs at the mansion.
No, we'd bulldoze. Actually, no, never mind. We'd bulldoze all the buildings.
That's what I'm saying. Because we don't want like weird cults, people visiting the island and going upstairs and like wanking one off in the
Yeah, no,
massage room.
we'd have to bulldoze all.
Yeah.
We'd have to clear, except for the air.
Yeah.
But yeah, what if we use the current airstrip that's there as a straight?
Okay.
Then we build like part of the track over the ocean.
Okay.
I feel like that would be cool.
Yeah.
And we just turn the entire island into.
It'd be fun.
I think it could work.
It'd definitely work.
Think about it. It could be like the Island of Man where people like rent boats and hang out in the water to watch the race.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Oh man, it's crazy. When we go to dinner tonight,
there's
a picture of I forgot my contacts is giving me issues. I'm doing this. There's a picture of a concert that happened at Lake Travis, and there is like rows of yachts just piled, watching it.
Watching Isle of Man?
No, not Isle of Man. Watching the concert.
Oh, watching the concert.
Yeah. Oh hey, there you are.
Got it?
Want to see me do something? Do you like me? Do you like it when I touch my eye? You don't feel it because you're just touching the plastic of the contacts. My doctor emailed to me today about which one I liked. I don't know what the answer is going to be yet. I've been doing a new trial run of some new contact lenses.
He's got experimental explosive contacts in his eyeballs.
Did they explode once?
Yes.
That's just because I opened my eyes underwater. So they dried
You knew that
out.
they were activated by chlorine.
It was salt water.
Chlorinated salt water.
It was salt water.
Chlorinated salt water. Chlorine in the water. Still did it.
You got to drive the Charger.
I did.
So I don't think you should be complaining.
I mean,
can you read the timer on the OBS?
No.
Okay, neither could I. Even with the contacts in.
You want me to check it?
I don't think we'll be fine. Matthew's gonna be climbing over and over. What are we? We're at an hour? According to Matthew, we're at an hour. Well, that's just enough time for me to blow you. Anyways.
Whoa. I have to drive home. I'll buy it.
And I got a pod mic. Fuck yes.
Yes.
The impossible microphone.
Pod mic.
The impossible microphone to get. And a new updated USB interface. Hell yeah. You should
leave to blow somebody and you get Christmas. This is how the world works now.
Actually?
Actually.
So should I go into a prison and just say I'm going to blow everybody in there?
No, you run into a Best Buy.
Best Buy.
That's where you make it.
Thank you for watching episode 22 of the Booth Podcast.
And that's what, that's our PSA. is run into Best Buy and threaten to blow people.
We'll run into Best Buy and threaten to blow
Something
people.
will happen.
Something fun will happen.
Something fun will happen.
It
will happen.
100%.
All right.
We get out of here.
I guess we're good.
Guys are getting out of here.
We're doing another episode.
We'll see. Not sure yet. We'll leave this up and
I don't know. We might have a second episode for the following week, set up like this. If not, we're gonna be back to our regularly scheduled programming
correct.
over Discord.
Unfortunately.
Fortunately.
But yes. Thank you for watching. If you did watch.
Yes.
If you enjoyed, like, subscribe, comment, all that jazz. Really helps us
All
out.
that jazz.
All of our
If you like the
socials.
video, it helps us with the YouTube algorithm.
And if you watch it all the way through. That does too. And
just leave it on.
Honestly, just put it on loop. All of our socials are linked in the description below. We do have a Discord, by the way.
You have a Discord?
We have a Twitter, we have an Instagram. And we are on multiple different platforms, both in audio and visual.
Yes.
So check those all out in the link in the description below. And that's all I got.
Yeah.
See you next week.
Cool. Peace.
Peace.
Cool.
Press the stop button, should I? By the way, this microphone was about to fall the entire time.